Hey, it's Chris, your K-pop unk, bringing you a mature perspective on K-pop. Today is May 17th, 2026, and this is my week in K-pop. Still coming at you from the couch where I've got my leg up. But hopefully by next week, I will be back in the studio with much better production value. NMIXX dropped their EP, Heavy Serenade, this week, and I am absolutely in love with this whole EP. I am going to have to do probably more than one 5 things I love about videos related to Heavy Serenade. It is just such a good EP. If you haven't listened to it yet, you need to go out and get it and listen to it. NMIXX is promoting both their pre-release track Crescendo and their title track Heavy Serenade this week. And they're both so good on stage. I fell in love with Crescendo when it came out a couple of weeks ago. It's so artistic and everything about it is just perfect, and I loved it so much. And yet, Heavy Serenade is so incredible that when you watch both of those together, Crescendo pales in comparison to Heavy Serenade. In fact, probably a little controversial take here, but I honestly don't think there is another group in K-pop out there right now that can do what NMIXX is doing performance-wise, vocally and dance, with Heavy Serenade. I really don't think there's anybody out there that can do it. And an even hotter take, I don't know that there's ever been a K-pop group out there that can do what NMIXX does. Now, I'm not saying that NMIXX can do anything, and I'm not saying there aren't things other groups can do that NMIXX can't do. That's absolutely true, too. But for this kind of performance and this kind of art, I don't think anybody can touch NMIXX on that. You might take issue with that, and that's great. Let's have that discussion down in the comments. If there's other folks that can do this, I definitely want to know about it. Let me know. I've so much enjoyed all of these performances this week out of NMIXX. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my approach to K-pop and with this channel, and this is why you're not going to get a lot of reaction videos on this channel, because something I've come to realize over the last year or so, and really got the perspective on it watching Heavy Serenade this week, is it takes me a while to really dig in and appreciate a piece. So you get a music video, and the music video usually has incredible visuals and all this stuff going on, and it's telling some kind of story that may or may not actually be related to the story that the song and the choreo are telling. And it's just so much, it's hard to take everything in. And then you get the performance videos, and with the performance videos and the dance practices, you can see the choreo as a whole, which is, it's crucial for figuring out the overall story that the dance is telling you. You really need to be able to see everything, and the formations, and all the people, and all the big motions, and everything like that. And something I also found out, by seeing the musicality of the choreo, I can understand the music better as well. And then there's listening in the car to just the music. And something I've found is I'll relate differently to the music if I've seen the music videos and the choreo than if I haven't. Not that I'm necessarily imagining those things while I'm listening, but I just respond to it differently. I can't really explain how this is. But then if you're listening to just the music, you can figure out which parts of these music make me move, which parts of this music really pull me in a direction, what really speaks out to me with the music itself. And then you get all of the performance stages. And in the performance stages, you're not going to get the big picture typically. You get the bits they choose to zoom on and show you. And that's when you can really see facial expressions that jump out at you, different little nuances. I never noticed that little knee move, that little shoulder move, the way the hands move in musicality with the music at the time. All of these little things you don't know when you're zoomed out. And the other thing with the stage performances is costumes will make different pieces of the choreo show up. So loose, flowy clothing will make twirls really stand out, but they may hide things like torso movements or shoulder movements, where something that's fitted or bare might actually show those movements better. And so by varying the costumes, you actually zoom in on different pieces of the choreo. So really, I need to put all of that together to really start to sense what jumps out at me in a thing. I have to be so familiar with the whole thing, that I'm no longer having to take in the whole thing, and then I can focus on the specifics and really find the specifics that really jump out at me, which is leading me to a different kind of K-pop video, because there's a lot of reaction videos out there. I've not seen this before, and I'm putting this on, and you're going to get my reaction. And for me, that reaction is almost always going to be deer in the headlights, because there's just so much. So my take's a little bit different, and I don't see a lot of these videos out there. My take is, I have spent a week to several weeks watching this thing over and over again with different versions until I am super familiar with every aspect of it. More so than my family was really happy about. And now this is what I'm pulling out of it. So that's what I'm going to be looking at bringing you more of on this channel. So while I don't do reactions of specific songs, really this particular segment, My Week in K-Pop, is in a sense a reaction, but it's more of a reaction to the industry as a whole. It's a whole different animal, which brings us to aespa. This week, aespa put out their pre-release track for their upcoming second album, Lemonade, and it's called Whole Different Animal. And it has an awesome music video to go with it. And interestingly, they've also been promoting the pre-release tracks pre-comeback on the performance stages during the week. So that's been very interesting to watch that happen. And what's happened over the week as I've watched these and looked at the YouTube comments for Whole Different Animal and Heavy Serenade, I'm seeing a lot of the same kinds of comments for both videos. Wow, this is innovative. This is bringing something new to K-pop. This is what K-pop should be doing. And I agree with these comments for both of these songs. And that's what's interesting, because these songs are so completely different. Whole Different Animal has that masculine energy. It's edgy, it's invasive, it cuts into you. It's cool, it's got swagger. aespa dominates you, and you worship because she's a whole different animal. Heavy Serenade has incredible feminine energy. It absorbs you. It's got the vibe of, we're building this for us, and we're building it for you, and this is for all of us together. And I love both of these for completely different reasons, and it's all based on mood. Sometimes I want to feel like I'm part of something, and I'm included and loved, and the bridge to the final chorus of Heavy Serenade hits, and I ascend. And other times, I want to feel badass. I want to swagger. I'm cool, and I'm going to succeed because I'm a whole different animal. And this is the power of K-pop. So while Heavy Serenade and Whole Different Animal hit us, ILLIT's continuing to promote It's Me on the shows and also a few festivals, and I'm still enjoying it. I'm still missing my bias, so get well soon, Mocha. SSERAFIM has been putting out a series of teaser mood videos to build anticipation for Pure Flow Part 1. And it's also been, for me, a heavy week of fan appreciation content. These are the calculator covers, the bardcore videos, piano covers. I really enjoy watching these things. It's really fun to see which aspects of the K-pop performance fans have chosen to highlight and pull out when they translate it to a completely different medium. And also this week, your Unc got his aespa light stick for the aespa concert in September. And what I'm also looking forward to this week, tomorrow actually, ITZY Motto EP. Really looking forward to it. As I've said and will always say, ITZY is my ultimate group. Every time ITZY comes out with something, I love it. And I'm going to get 4 whole days with Motto on repeat with no competition until Friday, May 22nd, when SSERAFIM comes out with Pure Flow Part 1. Then I'm going to have to share ITZY with SSERAFIM. So stand by for next week when you hear about my initial thoughts on Motto and Pure Flow Part 1. And then moving beyond that, aespa Lemonade comes out May 25th. May 29th, the SSERAFIM tickets go on sale for DC, so I'm going to try and get tickets for SSERAFIM. So in a couple weeks, I'll be able to tell you if that worked. And I hear that supposedly IDOL come back sometime in July, last I heard. So hopefully as we get closer, we'll get some more words on that. So we're going to call that it for my week in K-pop this week. I'll leave links to the videos I've mentioned down in the description. look for more videos coming from me soon. I know I keep promising that, but I really am going to start putting those out. I'm working on figuring out a little bit of the technical aspects because that's slightly different videos than I've been doing so far. I need to learn a little bit in the way of skills to make those happen. Until next time, this is Chris, your K-pop unk, saying keep the K-pop flowing and your light sticks glowing.